grateful for that. But I just want to see, how do you, kind of comfort, and even for yourself, deal with a lot of the emotional issues, such as individual caregivers and those diagnosed who might face depression, anxiety, or stress.
It's really different for everyone because of the family situation, what may be going on, and support system. But we do know that it does have a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, because there's no cure, can really throw the family and the person who received the diagnosis for a loop, because when you hear there's no cure, that's really hard to deal with. And right away you think, well, what's going to happen? How is this going to progress? What do I need to know? Who can I contact? And there's so many questions that happen. And these are the bulk of our calls that we receive from people. I've been diagnosed, so now what? What do I do? There's so much misinformation out there. It's so scary for people. And we always say, don't start Googling, because it's very scary. Don't look at that. Come to us. The information we provide is vetted information. And you want to do that. You want to go to a community that can continue to support you through the whole process. So that's one bulk. And then you see people that as the disease progresses and the symptoms increase, the person with Parkinson's and their family members need even more support, or they need information. Well, what the middle stages, what questions about driving, safety concerns, how do I prevent falls? Because falls can really affect negatively their lifespan and just their everyday quality of life. What are the benefits? Retirement, insurance, housing, long-term care. There's so many things to consider that it's overwhelming for people to know, well, do I think about that now, or do I postpone knowing about this? Where do I go for information? Long-term care. Does my loved one need to go into a nursing home? Do I need home care at home? And then, how do I let go of, part of the caregiving and let someone else, do that and help us? Because, the caregiver usually what happens is they neglect sometimes their own health and well-being, because they feel they need to be there at every second, right? And so we know that caregiver stress is real. It can really affect people. And so that neglect, because they want to take care of the loved one, can have a negative effect. So one of the things we always say to the caregiver, you need to think of yourself first, so that you need to help yourself so you can help your loved one. Because you're not going to be much help if you're running on fumes, if you're running out of steam, and there's so much to do. Caregiving is a long process. It's not something you do and it's taken care of. Different things and challenges come up every day. So prioritizing, well, what can I do now? What do I need to do today? And